And the cool thing is I adjust these lights with the settings from the dash. Ambient light color, and let's switch over to red. And now it's red. Look at that. Matching the seats, matching the red guts. Those LED air vents with the ambient lighting is such a vibe. And then you can't go wrong with Drake on the screen of the Kia Stinger. If you guys want to do this, just continue watching. I'm going to show you how easy it is to install these LED air vents and the ambient lighting onto the Kia Stinger. So we're gonna be working on the Kia Stinger today, and first things first, we gotta remove all the panels that go underneath. So it'll be this one here, and then we could get this whole strip off and then get access to the air vents. And if you guys are not keeping up on the channel, on the previous video we removed the air intake manifold from the K5, and I mean, just look at how empty this is. We did end up putting it on just for mock-up purposes to make sure it fits. It's literally ready and set to go. The only thing I'm missing is the vacuum lines for this piece here. Otherwise, it should be ready to install back on, and then we could go take it to a test drive to make sure that there's no boost leaks and that everything works. Before we get to putting on the LED air vents, I actually have to do the wiring for it because I wanted to go the cheap way. I found a listing on eBay for the Kia Stinger LED air vents that was about $30 less than the ones that you could find on other websites that are designed for the Kia Stinger. And it turns out that I got sent the LED air vents, but literally just that. No box for the Bluetooth receiver to light them up or anything. So I had to figure out what kind of Bluetooth receiver I'm gonna go with so I can make sure that those LEDs will have power and light up. I'm about to go drop off your guys' orders. I want to say thank you real quick for you guys that support and purchase anything from KTM Built. It helps fund and keep this channel alive. Videos like this are quite expensive for parts, and without you guys supporting and purchasing anything from KTM Built, we can't make these videos possible. So I want to say thank you. You guys sold out the hoodies, shirts, as well as I think the KTM flag style stickers, I believe it was. But we have a few banners left and some KTM license plate frames left. Go get yourself some before they sell out. I'm gonna go drop these off and I'll be right back. So what I'm doing right now is figuring out the wiring for this aftermarket box. Since the LED air vents didn't come with one of these, I'm gonna have to figure out the points for these and then obviously cut them so I could have it connect to, where is it? To this one here. So what I did is I bought a pack of male and female 4-pin connectors that fit with this box, since these are both male connectors and they wouldn't fit with the female. So what I'm gonna do is cut these wires. I just need to figure out which ones run for which and then just connect them here and make sure that it works after I connect it to some power source. Alright, the harness is done. Now it clips up to the Bluetooth receiver. There we go. I think I did a pretty good job. I hope nothing happens like Stancy Pants. And as I've watched on other people's videos, you actually have to pull straight out, not down or anything. As you could tell, these clips go straight through. Pull this side down, and then we're able to completely take this whole entire strip off, just like that. Move that one up there. Now we have access to all these bolts down here. You have one of these tools here. Simply just pull the bottom piece and put in between, and it'll easily help you remove this thing compared to just yanking it and possibly breaking some tabs. Just sandwich it in between the top, find the gap, and just shovel it out. Just be careful not to yank it all the way completely, because there are harnesses and wires that you need to disconnect before you continue, because you could easily break this, and if you snip one of these wires, that's going to be the biggest headache you'll ever have. You completely remove this piece, you're able to unscrew the vents. And once you remove those 8 bolts, you could take off the air vents from the center console, and just like that, it's literally ready to put on those other vents. You're not going to be using any of this. You're going to have to just simply glue it on to here. Now I'm going to be cutting off the bottom piece here. Just this piece needs to be cut. There's a bunch of videos saying that you need to cut all these clips if you're going to be using the harness that sticks onto the center console, but I'm not going to go through all that headache. I'm just going to cut here. I want to keep that harness OEM just in case I ever switch back or return the Stinger. All 3 pieces are done. All that's left is to glue all these ends onto this center console. Literally, I'm just going to be using some crazy glue. I might use some Gorilla Glue. What did he say? Some crazy glue or Gorilla Glue, whichever is best. I might use Gorilla Glue since it foams up and spreads. So it is 11:48. I have work at 6 in the morning, but I wanted to make sure I get this done. I was having a lot of problems with this Bluetooth receiver for the lights, and honestly I wish I just got the regular one from the K5 store or any other one that's specifically made for the Stinger and already comes with the Bluetooth receiver, because all these wirings were messed up. I had to figure it out myself, and it just took hours and hours to figure it out, but I finally got it done. Everything's set up, ready to go. Everything's glued up. I have all the wires connected. I accidentally broke one of the glass plastic pieces from here. I just have it taped up now, and it shouldn't fall off anymore. But the wires are fed all the way down. And as for the Bluetooth receiver, I have it sitting right here. The module sitting up here. I'm not sure if you guys could see. It's sitting right up in there. I have it zip tied. And as for the Bluetooth connection or receiver, I have it sitting right here. That way it gets some easy access, and it's tucked. That way I don't lose connection or anything. I have the ground fed all the way through these wires, as well as the power. Ground's going up all the way onto here. I drilled my own hole, and I wanted to make sure that this ground is connected to bare metal, because all these other areas that other people use have plastic on them, and after seeing what happened to Stancy Pants, I don't want nothing to happen to my car. As for the power, I did a fuse tap, and it's a micro 2 fuse tap. It's connected to the spare. I'm not sure why, but everybody doesn't really explain where this piece should be, and it's basically where the 20 amp fuse is supposed to be. It's a spare, so you could use this for any other things, like if you do an LED interior kit or something like that, you could use that spare area right there. But that's pretty much it. Everything's ready and set to go. I just got to put it all back together. All right, fam, so it's future Frankie here, and what I'm actually doing is going with a different route. And I saw comments of people asking if you're able to do this instead on other people's videos, but no one's yet to specify or tell people which wires to work with. So I'm going to explain to you guys what I'm doing right now. So when you turn on the car, you press the start button once, all the ambient lighting turns on, except for these, because this is not powered by the ambient lighting that's on the cars. This only turns on when you turn on the car completely, the ignition. That's when these finally turn on. And I'm not a fan of that. I want it to look OEM as possible, where all the ambient lighting turns on as well, or including these air vents. So what I did is actually tap into the OEM harness that's for the light bar that goes across this piece here. So what I did is I removed the sensor here, or the little computer that gives power to this little light bar that goes across of the dash. I accidentally broke it while trying to pull it off. But basically, I tapped into it. And for those wondering what colors go with what, all the colors are the same except for the black, or the ground. So the ground is going to be connected to the orange cable, or brown. I'm colorblind, but this brown cable here is going to go with your black. And all the rest, blues with blue, red with red, and green with green. The only thing is, like I said, black with orange or brown or whatever color that is. And other than that, you could connect it back. I tied it into the OEM harness that goes here. It's about a cable this long. You should be able to see it. You disconnect it from here, cut in the middle, connect the wires together. Obviously, get yourself one of these kits. It makes life so much easier. I'm gonna go connect it to the car and explain to you exactly what I mean. So this was the harness I was telling you about. I tapped into it, and now we got power, as you see. So every time you open a door or something, the ambient lighting is gonna turn on these as well, rather than you have to turn on the car completely for these to turn on. So now it looks OEM and factory, like as if this car is a Mercedes. So I bought an interior lighting kit from Amazon, and I tapped into the vents, or the harness of the vents, so that I could get one of these LEDs to light up. Now what this is basically one of those kits where it has like this lighting thing that shoots light directly through this plastic wire that illuminates all across the dash. So that's what we're gonna do. Rather than just having that OEM light that goes across here, it's gonna be a whole light that goes across the dash. A little upgrade if you think about it. I'm gonna get to putting it on, and let's see how it ends up looking. This thing come out good. I personally dig it. I love the light bar going across. There's a little things I need to fix. For example, that end is really bright and glows, as well as this end over here. I need to put some heat shrink on both ends so it blocks off that illumination. But otherwise, the LED air vents came out perfect. And the cool thing is, I adjust these lights with the settings from the dash, rather than having a remote control that looks kind of ghetto for me. I like keeping things stock or OEM as possible. Literally go to lights and then do ambient light color, and let's switch over to red. And now it's red. Look at that, matching the seats, matching the red guts. Let's do yellow. Look at that, fam. This thing looks sick. Let's try white. And not that bright, honestly, for white, but I'm gonna go back to my favorite color, which was violet, and leave it at that. It looks awesome, but I'm kind of colorblind. I don't know, it looks kind of blue to me. Let me switch it to blue. Blue, I don't know, they look pretty much the same to me. I don't know, should we do violet or blue? I think the blue just looks a little bit more brighter, but I'm gonna just stick to violet. Other people might see it better than me, but I mean, I love it, guys. It came out awesome. I wouldn't change a thing about it. Looks so sick, and they're functional. Literally turn knobs and close them. LEDs, it's so sick. I love it. And this setup I got going on with the display is so sick. If you haven't seen the video on how I made my car's display, show videos, Netflix, and all that good stuff, go check out the video. I have the link up here, or check the video in the description. I mean, look at that, YouTube videos on the freaking screen of the Kia Stinger. That's so sick. Go check it out if you haven't yet seen it. This thing is such a vibe now. I feel like I'm in a Mercedes. I mean, look at that. I got Drake on the big screen with the ambient lights. What else would you want? This shit's crazy. I freaking love it. I might do that onto the doors and follow all the way to the back. Comment, should we do that, or should we just leave it at that? I think maybe too many lights would kind of make the car look a little ghetto. I think this might just be perfect, but comment down below. I'm not sure. I'm yet to see a Stinger with that light all the way across to the back seat. All right, fam, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy, please hit that like button, and also comment down below if you guys are gonna be doing this to your Kia Stinger, or if I helped out. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.